How do I get spousal support in a Wagoner County divorce? One of the most common questions people ask during a divorce is whether they qualify for spousal support, often called alimony. Many individuals assume that alimony is automatically awarded whenever a marriage ends, while others believe only long-term marriages qualify. In reality, the most important thing to understand is that Oklahoma courts generally focus on two primary issues: the requesting spouse's financial need and the other spouse's ability to pay. If both elements are present, the court may award alimony as part of the divorce proceedings. Alimony is not automatic. Many divorcing spouses are surprised to learn that alimony is not guaranteed. Oklahoma courts do not award support simply because one spouse requests it. Instead, the spouse seeking support must present evidence of a genuine financial need arising from the marriage and the divorce. At the same time, the court must determine whether the other spouse has the financial ability to provide support. If either element is missing, the court may decline to award support alimony. Demonstrate your financial need. The strongest alimony claims are supported by detailed financial evidence. A spouse seeking support should be prepared to show their income, monthly expenses, debts, and financial obligations. The court will often examine whether the requesting spouse can reasonably support themselves after the divorce and whether they will experience financial hardship without assistance. Documents that often become important include tax returns, pay stubs, bank statements, monthly bills, mortgage information, vehicle payments, insurance expenses, and evidence of other recurring obligations. The more organized your financial information is, the easier it becomes for the court to evaluate your request. Show how the marriage affected your financial situation. Many spouses qualify for support because the marriage affected their earning ability. For example, one spouse may have stayed home to raise children, supported the other spouse through school, relocated for the other spouse's career, or sacrificed career opportunities for the family's benefit. In those situations, the court may consider whether additional financial support is needed to allow the lower-earning spouse time to obtain education, job training, or employment sufficient to become self-supporting. Oklahoma courts frequently examine earning capacity and future financial opportunities when evaluating support requests. The length of the marriage matters. Although there is no minimum number of years required to receive alimony, the duration of the marriage often plays a significant role. Generally speaking, longer marriages create stronger arguments for support because the parties' financial lives become more intertwined over time. A spouse who spent many years contributing to the household while the other spouse developed a career may have a stronger claim than someone involved in a brief marriage. Oklahoma courts commonly consider the length of the marriage when determining both the amount and duration of support. The court will examine the other spouse's ability to pay. Even if one spouse demonstrates financial need, the court must still determine whether the other is able to provide support. The judge may review employment income, bonuses and commissions, business interests, investment income, real estate holdings, and existing financial obligations. The court's goal is generally to create a fair outcome without imposing an unreasonable burden on either party. Oklahoma law focuses heavily on balancing the requesting spouse's need against the paying spouse's ability to pay. Temporary support may be available. You do not necessarily have to wait until the divorce is finalized to seek support. During a pending divorce, a judge may enter temporary orders requiring one spouse to provide financial assistance while the case is ongoing. Temporary support can help pay living expenses, housing costs, and other necessary obligations until the court enters a final decree. For many individuals, temporary support provides critical financial stability during the divorce process. There is no exact formula for spousal support. Unlike child support, Oklahoma does not use a fixed mathematical formula to calculate alimony. Instead, judges evaluate each case individually and determine what amount and duration of support is fair under the circumstances. Factors often include financial need, earning ability, marital standard of living, the division of marital property, and the time necessary for the receiving spouse to become self-supporting. Because every family situation is different, two cases with similar incomes may produce very different support awards. Preparation can make a significant difference. Many alimony disputes are decided based on the quality of the evidence presented. Spouses seeking support should be prepared to provide accurate financial disclosures, detailed expense information, and evidence supporting their need for assistance. Judges tend to place significant weight on credible testimony and organized financial documentation. Careful preparation often places a spouse in a much stronger position when requesting support. Wagoner divorce attorneys. Spousal support disputes often involve complicated financial issues, including income analysis, business ownership, retirement accounts, property division, and future earning potential. Determining whether support is appropriate and how much should be awarded can become one of the most contested issues in a Wagoner County divorce. Because Oklahoma alimony law is highly fact-specific and every family's circumstances are different, individuals seeking spousal support should consult with an experienced family law attorney as early as possible. For a free consultation with a divorce attorney at Kania Law, Wagoner attorneys, call 918-283-7394.